Hello, we're back with another video. This week we're going to do kind of like a interrogation interview with a special guest who she'll be announced in a second. So we're gonna ask her some questions pertaining my past and her past, and yeah. The special guest is my mother.
What's up, y'all?
So by the title of this video, you already know what it is. This is a questions that you're afraid to ask your mom, but I'm not. Are you ready?
I guess.
She doesn't have any idea what these questions are, so this is just raw reaction of her questions. And yeah, so I hope you answer truthfully because
All right.
we need the truth. So we're gonna start off subtle. Question number 1. Did you ever do drugs?
Yes.
What drugs did you do?
Why you in my business?
What drugs did you do?
Why you in my business?
Just answer truthfully.
A little weed,
Okay.
a little ecstasy.
Oh wow.
That's it.
That's it? Are you lying?
No, that's it.
Okay. She's a wild one. I haven't tried neither one of those. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting a little weed, but like, all right.
What?
Question number 2. Do you judge me for my choices?
Sometimes.
Like, what's one time that you really felt like you're dumb?
I can't think of one. I mean, maybe not a choice, but sometimes the things that you do.
Like what? What does that mean?
Like, and you can't get your feelings hurt, okay?
What are you? Okay, what? This is a therapy session, I guess. What?
Like, you know, when you got a flat tire in 5 times in 2 months, and every time I would say, "Where you at?" and you would be like, "I don't know," and I'd be like,
I'm not good at maps. Like,
but I'd be like,
That's unfair.
Where you headed to?" "I'm headed to work." "Okay, you."
That's
don't know
unfair. I just feel like you can't say that because it's like you don't have a sense of direction either.
I know, but I know how to get to work. Like, when I've been doing it for how long? You been working there?
I just get on the freeway and go.
I don't
Like,
understand that. Like, I don't get that. I still don't get that.
I've been telling her like I'm at the exit before, like 2 exits
No.
before my job. Like
I'll say, "What freeway are you on?" "I don't know. I use my GPS." "You use your GPS to get to work, and you've been working there for almost 2 years."
I don't. Okay, let me tell you something. The reason why I use my GPS is to show me what time I will arrive at work. That's why I use my. As soon as I hold on, because as soon as I get on the freeway, I turn it off.
But do you know how to get there without the GPS?
Bro, yes, you
What
get on.
freeway
You
is
get on the freeway. You go to the light.
What freeway is
Doesn't
it?
matter. You go to the left of the light, and then you make a loop around the freeway and get off on Bay Street.
Okay.
Like,
But I mean, I don't blame you. I blame your generation. I blame the computer and the GPS. Because see, back in my day, we didn't have
you
that.
guys used to print it out and read it and stuff.
No,
I
we
don't
didn't
to
even
read.
have that. Like, we had to know the streets and the freeways and stuff we were on. You guys are so dependent on your cellular devices that
How old are you? You're making it sound like you're.
I'm just saying that common knowledge is not there. I judge you when it comes to that type of stuff.
I don't care. No. Question number 3. Did I turn out the way you wanted me to?
Yeah. Why?
That just sounded like you tried to like, of course.
No,
Like,
you actually turned out a little bit more than what I thought. I mean, better than what I thought you were gonna be.
in what way?
I mean, because
Like my personality?
yeah,
guess.
you're like, you got this like crazy
Mhm.
personality that's like really cool.
Yeah. You think I'm cool?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I think you're cool too sometimes. Sometimes she's a little OD.
You're gonna catch this fade.
See, she's a little crazy. If you guys want to know, I just want y'all, don't say what sign you are. I just want y'all to guess what sign she is. I just want y'all to guess. Just comment what sign you think she is. I'm a Sagittarius. Don't say what you are.
Okay.
I'm not even going to tell them what month you're born in, but
Okay.
praise Jesus, because I can't do it. So, what is something you regret not doing in your life?
I regret not going to college straight out of high school. Well, I went, but I regret not finishing going to college straight out of high school.
Why?
Because I just went back and did it later, and then I still didn't get what I really wanted out of it. And if I would have just done it right out of high school, not had to double back, you know, and do it again, because education is really important.
Do you feel like that, like, because you didn't do it right after high school, do you feel like that made you the person you are today? Like, are you satisfied with the person that you are today?
Absolutely. I absolutely believe that the things that I went through while I wasn't in college helped me become a much stronger individual and able to handle situations better. And so, and it helped me, it gave me the ability to be able to relate to people. Because I grew up in a certain lifestyle, but it gave me the ability to relate to different people or different people's lifestyle and understand them better.
Oh, this feels like a real interview. That was pretty nice. That was a good answer. Those are like good interview questions. Wow, it's crazy because I wrote these questions off the top of my dome, so this is great. Question number 6. Did having me and Imani stop you from accomplishing your goals?
It didn't stop me because I'm gonna go get her regardless. So it just
I'm gonna go get her. I'm going to get it and bring it back.
it just changed the course of the way that I did it. That's all.
Do you feel like, has there ever been a point in your life where you were like, dang, I wish I would have waited to have 2 kids, or do you feel like we fit into your life?
No, you guys absolutely fit into my life. Sometimes I feel like me being so young, having 2 kids, I might have made some mistakes that if I was older, I would not have made. And you guys kind of grew up with me. And I still don't regret anything. I love the relationship that we have, so I don't regret any of it.
So I just have something to say about that part. So there's a lot of people who, like, most of my friends, some of them have older parents. My mom is not old, as you can see. And I feel like I've gotten told, like, oh, you talk to your mom crazy and blah, blah, blah. But my mom's not 50 or touching 60. So it's like, I don't talk to her crazy at all. I don't cuss at her. I don't scream at her. It's just, I'd be like, girl, shut up. Like, girl, just shut up. Stop talking to me. But it's not like on a disrespectful thing. It's just, that's just the relationship me, her, and my sister. Actually, that's actually the relationship our whole family has, to be honest with you. None of us are very, like, don't talk to me like that. Like, none of us are like that. If we have something to say, we're going to say it how we say it. And we expect you to just get it the way we say it, even if it comes off aggressive. We don't care. Like, we don't care until after the fact.
Right.
When we realize we hurt your feelings, then it was going to be like, hey, you know what? I apologize. We don't even apologize. We kind of just
start talking.
Do you want some food? Like, do you want to go out to the mall? Like, stuff like that, you know? So I just wanted to say that really quick because she's not old. So this is the question I've been waiting on.
Oh, God. Help me.
Do you have a favorite child?
No.
I beg to differ.
I do not have a favorite child.
I beg to differ.
Who's my favorite child?
I feel like because so I have an older sister. If you go back in the video, she's the one I cooked with. Her name is Imani. She's 4 years older than me. So I'm 22. She's 26.
Yeah.
She's 26. And so I feel like ever since because she had a kid young, and I feel like because my sister had a kid young, I feel like they just in their mom thing. So I feel like they have a different connection than we do. But it's like, I'm not having a kid. So I just feel like that's your favorite. And right now they're like, you know what I'm saying? But like, now she wants to be my friend because I'm a backup child.
No.
So it's...
That is not. Us have 2 completely different personalities, and so you can't treat each kid the same. You don't have the same relationship with each kid because they're not the same. They're both unique individuals, and you treat them according to their personality. You're like crazier, wild, more like fun with it. Let's go to the gym. Let's do this with it. And Imani is more like, let's go shopping at Ross and Burlington. You
don't nobody want to do that every day. Every day I'm going to Ross. Like, it's the same stuff as yesterday.
Like, y'all are like totally, you're like, let's do a TikTok, or you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then, you know, you guys are
and then Imani's like, let's bake a cake.
Or let's go to farmer's market.
Yeah,
okay, so.
I want to go to the farmer's market too, but it's just like, I'd rather not. Like,
exactly.
So who makes you laugh more?
Both of you guys individually. I think you probably make me laugh more just because you're goofier.
Thank you.
She's goofy too, but you're you're quick with it. So you got the comebacks real quick. You act a lot like your father with that. So you're funny.
That last part was not needed.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You see how she's
funny. He was funny.
I've never met him. Like, in your younger days, would you consider yourself toxic? And give me one reason as to why.
I probably was a little toxic. Just because I was not mature. So, and I was very, very jealous. And so my motto used to be, number one, you get over a man with another man. Number two, it used to be, you do something to me, I'm gonna do it back to you, and probably in your face, and then we're gonna be fighting. So I had my toxic ways, but I had to be pushed there, but then I would get real. I was very, very, very revengeful.
And do you feel like you've grown out of that?
Yeah. I've thank the Lord, because thank the Lord, because I've grown out of that. I don't do that, but sometimes it tries to creep back in. Yeah. And I'll be like, no.
So I don't feel like I'm really toxic. I feel like I'm misunderstood. Let me say that. I feel like I'm misunderstood. I have my toxic ways, but I feel like I'm growing out of it. I was revengeful too. Like, you do it, I'm gonna do it 10 times harder. I'm gonna make sure your feelings is hurt that you crying and sliding down the wall.
Right.
Because why would you do that to me?
But that's not right.
And that's why I stopped. I didn't do that I did that in my past relationships, not now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. If you were my age, do you think we would be friends?
No.
Whoa! Why?
Because y'all are too moody.
No, I said my friend now. I don't
think I would be your friend because you're moody. Like, sometimes you want to be my friend, sometimes you don't. I need a friend that's gonna be my friend all the time. They ain't finna trip with the moods and all that stuff. Like, you gonna be my friend no matter what mood you in. If you don't feel like talking, you still gonna talk to me.
You just said I was cool. Though.
I mean, you are cool. You are cool.
That just hurt my
But y'all be needing y'all space. Like, you and your sister. Y'all be needing y'all space. And not that I'm a clingy friend, because I'm not. But when I want to, chit-chat or talk to you, I want to
I can't hold a conversation. It's just not going to work. That's why my phone's on Do Not Disturb.
See, I can't deal with that.
Why? I feel like if we were back in your day, I don't think you would be my friend either. Because I just feel like you think you're a know-it-all. So I feel like you would be the friend that'd be like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this.
I was not that way when I was younger. And actually, I had a very good Sagittarius friend that was born December 12th. And we were good friends.
So why wouldn't you be my friend?
I mean, and she was crazy like you and fun like you too.
So take your answer back.
I don't know that I can, but you see, but at a point we stopped being friends. But we always have that love,
I'm not gonna say her sign yet, but because it's them, like it's y'all, like y'all are too much, like y'all just expect people to be on your type of time, and it's like I am my own person. Like it's just crazy. Now I don't mean to put your business out there. But she has been married a total of 3 times.
You told the world this?
She has been married a total of 3 times. This is, however, her longest marriage that she's in. How long have you been married?
7 years.
7 years. I thought it was 9, but it's 7.
Almost 8.
Okay, so in any single one of your marriages, did you ever have second thoughts about being married?
Yep. The first 2.
And what did you have second thoughts about? Like just committing for the rest of your life, or
no?
Was it just the person?
Both the people.
So that was my dad included.
Yeah.
But no, be fair, no. Tell the story. So they got married, divorced, and pregnant in the span of 9 months.
We really did.
So I don't feel like he counts for real. Did you even change your last name?
He's the one that changed my last name too.
Well,
I mean, my husband now, I changed my last name, but yeah, he's the first one that I changed.
So in your life right now, with your job, your home, just your life in general, your marriage, the relationship with your kids, your stepkids, are you happy with where you are in life?
I am happy. I just feel like right now I am on a different journey. I am on a journey to build my relationship with God a little bit deeper and stronger, but I'm very happy with where my life is right now. I'm just ready to move to the next level.
And what do you think the next level is?
The next level is definitely being an entrepreneur and just really diving more into my relationship with God and serving in the Word of God and just really developing in that area.
Okay, that was. She has. These are like, if I was doing an interview like for a job, I think I would give her the job because it's just, you have very well spoken sentences. Makes me feel
so
like
you
I
hire
understand.
me.
Yeah, I would hire you. I think I would hire her on the spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we need you now. With me specifically, I'm a very sensitive person. I'm a very sensitive person. So, growing up, how would you say you treated me and Imani differently?
Because I was more hard with her. Like, I was just harder with her. She could handle a little bit more than you. Your feelings got hurt and you would start crying and acting like somebody was trying to kill you.
You know what's funny? So my sister now, she's actually very sensitive. And it's like, so if you say like I don't want to talk to you right now, why? Like, it's like she has like, she's sensitive now, and I'm still sensitive, but at the same time I don't give a damn. So it's like, you can't really hurt my feelings. Do you agree? You have to.
Yeah,
agree.
but you used to be like very, very
So you
sensitive.
feel like I toughened up?
Yeah, you toughened up, but I think that deep down you're still sensitive. You just have this defense mechanism that you use when somebody hurts your feelings. You clap back real quick, and it's a defense mechanism. But deep down,
How dare you say that?
I'm just being honest. Deep down, you're still sensitive. Your feelings still get hurt. You just have put up this like defense mechanism that you got.
Do you have any questions that you would like to ask me pertaining my childhood, my teenagehood?
Do you ever think about how your life would be different, or how you would have been raised different if you would have had older parents or an older parent to raise you?
Do I ever think about it?
Mm-hmm.
No, because I feel like, so I only really had one parent growing up, and I feel like, and it was her, obviously, but I feel like the friends that I did have that had older parents, they restricted them a lot, and they began to rebel. So she kind of gave me that experience to try to do, like, find myself, but I was never the child to go out and go to parties and go to clubs and smoke, and so I kind of like, she didn't try to control me in a sense, but she was making sure I was grounded. Do you get what I'm saying? That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So no, I don't. Being that you did grow up with an older parent, did you ever think about having younger parents? Like, or...
Actually, I did, but probably as I got older, just because, like, I had older parents, so I wasn't into, like, rap and, like...
Were you into, like, R&B and jazz and stuff?
Like, R&B and, I mean, you know, and during that time, you had, like, NWA and Wu-Tang and all that type of stuff, and I didn't know really nothing about that, but a lot of people around me did. So there was a lot of stuff, like, that was, like, current age that I didn't know because my parents were older and weren't into that kind of stuff. So sometimes, you know, here I am listening to my, you know, little different type of music and people are like, what are you listening to?
Yeah, like, that's kind of how I am. I don't really listen to rap. I can, but the only reason I only listen to outside music when I'm around outside people. Does that make sense? When I'm around myself, I sing. I don't rap. I sing. And 9 times I might sing some Aretha Franklin. I might sing some Snow Allegra. I don't know. Like, but you hardly ever catch me rapping City Girls, and I don't really know Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I don't really listen to them, but they seem cool, but I just, you know. So, what do you feel like is something that, I wouldn't say traumatized you, but what do you feel like from your childhood is something that stuck with you to today? Like, maybe like a personality trait, something you do, how you think. Like, what is something that made you think like that, not in a positive way?
Not in a positive
Not
way.
in a positive way. Like, what's something you struggle with from your childhood?
Probably just disqualifying myself and not feeling worthy of positions or situations that I get in. Just maybe a little bit of self-worth. That probably started in my childhood.
Do you feel like, since, like, so growing up, now that you're a full-grown adult, like, do you feel like you have kind of did a stepping stone over that, or are you still currently?
It's actually, to be quite honest with you, it's something that I'm overcoming right now at this moment, at this time.
So what makes you feel like you're overstepping it? Like, why do you feel like it took you so long to finally overstep that one thing?
Because I didn't know what the root was of the problem, and I just knew how I felt, and I knew that every time, because I'm like I said, I'm a go-getter, so in the work field I will always get promoted, but then I'll get promoted and then feel like I don't belong here, or I don't deserve this, or am I really this good that I should be in this position, or just I'm always second guessing myself.
You're self-conscious.
Mm-hmm. Even about being a mother. Am I good at being a mom? Am I doing this right? And is this how you're supposed to do? You just second guess yourself a lot. And right now I'm in kind of like a therapy class that has kind of helped me get to the root of the problem, and so I'm able to overcome it and heal from that situation, and just again learning God's word, and that He loves me, and that I'm here for a reason, and there's a purpose for my life, and just standing strong on that is what has is helping me overcome that.
Amen. I would hire her. Like, I would. She doesn't stutter. I stutter. But that's probably because I have these big braces in my mouth, and I'm very, tell them, when I was little, even now, I have a very wet mouth.
A wet mouth.
So, alright. Now, so being that you were a young mom, she had her first child at
18.
Your second child at
22.
Okay, yeah, wow. That's my age right now with 2 kids. I can do it. So, being that you were a young mom, what is something that you wish you could have did from, like, this age?
What do you mean?
Like, reflecting back to when you were a young mom, what's something that you wish you would have did with, like, pertaining me and Imani?
I think what I wish is that I would have valued the time a lot more. I would have spent, and I don't know if this is the right answer for your question, but I would have not been moving so fast that I wasn't really valuing or taking the time to enjoy the moment with you guys. Like, we were just moving. I was going. And so that's why a lot of y'all memories are like in the car, or going to get something to eat, or, so I wish I would have stopped to take the time to spend really a lot of quality time, and a lot of just, I would have showed you guys more affection and quality time back then. But I was just young and moving fast, and y'all was moving fast right along with me, so we was just doing it.
Now, what is something you would tell your younger self today?
To go to college and finish school. You have plenty of time to do all the other stuff, all the clubbing. I know I wasn't a big clubber, but like all the fun stuff. You got plenty of time to do all that. Go to college, finish school, get that out the way, and then live life.
So, being that you feel like you would have valued the time, how exactly would you feel like you could have valued the time, being that you were basically a single mom and doing it by yourself, so you had to get it by any means? So how exactly how can you say that when you kind of didn't have a choice?
And see, that's why I say college is so important, because I still got promoted and I still did what I was supposed to do, but the course changed, so I had to work a lot harder to get where I was going.
Do you feel like that's part of your testimony?
That is part of my testimony.
So do you regret it?
I don't regret anything, because I feel like everything that happened in my life was what it was supposed to happen. And so I have no regrets. I wish that, I don't want to call it a regret, but if I was to do it all over again, I would have spent more time or quality time with you guys. That time you don't get back. And I would have, like when I was in the car business, I worked a lot of hours, and to where I had to, you guys had to have a nanny. I would have not have done that, or hopefully I would have had a college education where I could have worked a regular job making the same amount of money, but being able to spend that quality time with you.
Okay, understood. So, because you were on the go because you were a young mom, getting it by any means, do you feel like at times you were emotionally unavailable for me, Imani?
Absolutely. I do have a regret, actually. I regret that I didn't know enough. I knew God and I knew Jesus. I knew that because I was raised with that. But somewhere along the line, like I didn't get as deep as I needed to go, and I don't feel like I taught you guys enough of that foundation for you guys to be fully prepared when you guys became adults. You know what I mean? And I feel like because I was so young-minded, I didn't prepare you guys enough for that. But again, this is your journey. So, everything that happens to you is supposed to happen to you as well, because this is going to prepare you for who you're going to be. But I do wish that I would have created a better foundation for you guys. I took you guys to church, but we didn't really talk about it at home. You know what I mean? And I wish that we would have talked about it more at home.
I would hire her. I'm gonna keep saying that.
So being that you were raised with such a young mom, and I was growing as you guys were growing with me, there was a lot of toxic things that you guys went through and a lot of traumatic experiences that you guys had because of my lifestyle. Do you feel like that affected you in a negative way in your adult life, or even from your childhood? Do you feel like that changed who you are as a person or affected you in a negative way?
No. I feel like the stuff that did happen, it just showed me what I didn't want. Like, I would just say in a man, what I didn't want in a man. It just showed me what I didn't want. You know what I'm saying? It just made me realize, like, you really have to be careful who you have kids by, and you have to make sure that whoever you are having kids with, that they want to be a part of their life just as much as you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as you wanted to be in that bed, you needed to be a father. So it's like, no, I don't really feel like anything affected me. I mean, probably at first, but like growing up, no, I don't really have any. I'm not mad about it. It's just, it is what it is. You can't say like, oh, you only call me, because I don't. First of all, I don't call you. Second off, it's like you just with my dad, I just feel like you can't really say too much, because you weren't just not a dad to me. You're not a dad to any of us. And she only has 2 kids. Let me just say that. It's just me and my sister. Him, on the other hand, he has like 9, 10. And I'm number 3. So you did all of that for what? Like, you laid down how many times, and you're not a dad to any of those, so you damaged 9 people for no reason. So I can't be mad at that. That's something he has to live with, not me. Like, and you can't get old and be like, none of my kids talk to me because you made it like that.
Right.
So no.
And I got remarried. How old were you?
I think I was 15, wasn't I?
Were you 15? What was that like? Trying to.
I hated it at first. I hated it.
What part did you hate?
All of it. I hated all of it. I hated it all. I hated it all. Like, I hated the fact that there was new siblings. I hated the fact that now I had to share my house. Like, I hated it. Like, I hated the fact that my mom is not my mom anymore. Like, I just didn't like it. It just wasn't fun to me. Do I feel like that now? No, I actually kind of like them now. I they cool. They cool. Like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad's a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just, but I mean, I don't hate him. I don't not like him. Like, he's cool too. Like, when he's not in his little mood. But At the beginning, yes, I hated all of it. I did not want her to be married to another person. I thought we was just gonna be single for the rest of our life. And this man popped up with 3 kids. I was just like, so now there's 5 of us? Like, it's not just me and Imani? We're not the main characters anymore? Like, I'm still the main character, but yeah, I hated it all. So, being the fact that you got married to a person with previous kids, how was that for you?
It was extremely difficult. It was extremely difficult just because, you know, we got together and our kids were like the same age. So we had this grand idea that, oh, they're going to get along perfectly because
hell no,
they're the same age, and they didn't, and they clashed, and it made it hard. And then his parenting style was different than my parenting style. I had a very close relationship with my kids where you guys could just come lay in my bed, and he didn't even like you to come in the room. I don't know if you remember that, but
he still don't.
He don't mind now.
We just do it when he's not here.
But it was hard. It was hard to get to a point of like just peace. And just some cohesiveness.
What about now?
Now it feels like it works. Like it feels like, you know,
they all got keys. They just be walking in the house.
It feels normal now. Like it works.
I guess it does feel normal in a sense. Like it, yeah, okay, all right. So, you know, I'm 22. What is something you're proud of me about?
I'm just proud of who you are. You're a hard worker. You handle your business. You pay your bills. I mean, you're responsible. You're way more responsible than I was. And I know that, like, I had kids, so that made me mature, but not responsible. You're responsible and you're growing. And so I'm just proud of who you are. And I'm proud of the fact that you're taking the time to figure out what it is that you really want to do. You're not just going to settle on a career just because it sounds good for now. You want to really, you know, figure out what it is that your passion is and what it is that you want to do. And I admire that.
I'll cry right now.
Girl, shut up.
I'll cry right now. Aww, I'll cry right now.
Girl, shut up.
I'll cry right now. That was so cute. So, do you believe in me when it comes to this YouTube stuff?
Yes.
In what sense?
What do you mean?
Like, what? Like, why do you believe in me? Just because I'm your child, or?
No, I believe you can do it, and I believe you're gonna I believe you have the personality, number one. You know, I believe that, and as your content grows with you, as you grow, your content's gonna get better, and you know, it's gonna, not that it's not good now, but as you grow, it's gonna get better. It's gonna change, and you're gonna get more views and more people subscribe, and I believe you have it. You got it.
Did you know that in the beginning of this year I had 200 subscribers? Now I have 252.
No. So you're doing it. Yeah.
Cool.
I know that this content creator being on YouTube is a really big thing for you. But what is your super goal? Like, what is...
My ultimate goal is to be an entrepreneur. So I basically want to start with YouTube, get my name out there in the social media business. From there, branch out to different things, maybe start building a brand somewhere. I'm not saying, like, I don't really want to do a clothing brand because it seems like everybody's doing a clothing brand, so I want to be different. Everybody's also doing like a skincare line and all this other stuff, but I want to be different. But I really like perfumes, so maybe I'll start, you know, luxury perfume. I really like backpacks, so like maybe I'll do something with backpacks, but like a luxury backpack. Maybe wallets. Like, just I want to just branch out. You know, maybe I'll be an actress somewhere somehow, video vixen here, like, you know, maybe I'll hop in a stew real quick. Like, I just want to do everything. Like, who's an entrepreneur? I would say like Tiana Taylor. She's a dancer, a singer, an actress. She's a model. Like, I want to, like Zendaya. I want to do something like that. Like, they don't just have one category. Like, but this is just my starting point. I didn't start on Disney, so this is my Disney. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. this is my last question of the night. If y'all didn't know, it is nighttime. It's 9:53. We're ending this video now. And the only question I have to you is, my subscribers and supporters are around my age and maybe like a year or two younger. What is some advice that you would give to them? From an older person's perspective and a mother's perspective.
So I would say, get to know God, number one. Get to know God and let God guide you. Let God give you guidance and vision on what it is you're supposed to do with your life. Take the time now to really prepare and get your life in order. Whatever that looks like. If it's college, whatever that looks like. If it's, working and moving up within a company, whatever that is, take the time to do it. Don't focus so much on other people that you lose sight of who you are. Stand firm on your values and your morals, and just have a foundation, and just try to really if you're single, enjoy your singleness and get to know yourself before you hop into a relationship. And if you do hop into a relationship,
make sure you are whole. Do not hop into a relationship half. How do I explain that? 1 second.
Yes, make sure you are whole, and understand this. They just said this in church today. The purpose of a relationship is to get to marriage. So if you know, and when you are with somebody, if there's red flags, or if they don't have the same values or the same morals as you guys are not going to be equally yoked.
And don't force them to have the same values, because it's never going to work. You guys are never ever going to come to a compromise. You guys are always going to bump heads. It's never going to work. And remember, like I say, you have to be whole, because hurt people hurt people.
They do. And don't fall in love with somebody's potential. Always view them for who they are today, because they may never change. And then if you are hoping and praying and wishing that they become something different because you see the potential in them, but they don't see it and they don't change, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. That's it. Stand strong on who you are.
That was good. I almost forgot this was my mom. I thought this was a random lady right now. I was going to say, wow. Wow. How did you feel about this interview?
I think it was good. I thought it was going to be crazy questions, but they were good, solid questions. And
it's some stuff that I just choose not to know.
I'm glad.
I don't want to know.
Some stuff I don't want to say, especially not to the world. I was a little wild back in my day.
All right, that's enough. Anyways, the ecstasy was enough, okay? That was enough. All right, no. So that was our video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my mom. Don't forget to comment her sign, and I'll let you know. Do you feel like you showed enough of your personality to let them know?
So. I mean, I am.
We're not the same sign, so don't even guess that.
We are definitely not.
Don't say it like that, because
okay,
she's crazy.
She's not, really not. Did I seem crazy to y'all? No, I know it.
Do y'all see where I get it from though? Yeah. Leave it to her. Yeah, just like you're. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoyed. You already know how we end this. 1, 2, 3, in Jesus' name.